JL Rock % off collector with another Transformers unboxing and review. Thank you for coming and watching this and chilling with me as we open up another Transformer and another one from Rossi. So as you can see here, this was another one that I picked up during the Ross Super Sale. I'm not sure if this was 37 originally, but I know I did see this at least close to 30, and I picked this up for $8.99. And this is really cool because it's really just a recolor of Grapple, and I actually have Grapple here, so I'll actually be showing you the differences. I think really the only difference is the color, but I am a fan of the Constructicons. I'm a fan of Grapple, so getting another one, especially for this price, is totally fine with me. So the Legacy line, pretty cool. I've got a whole bunch from the Legacy line, including more from Ross. So consider subscribing, because honestly, guys, I've been getting so many good deals. I probably have 100 plus Transformers ready to do unboxing for that I'm waiting to do videos. So there's a crazy backlog, so you don't have to worry about me running out of material or disappearing anytime soon. I think we're already getting close to 300 videos on the website, on YouTube, and so there's gonna be plenty more. Now this one also wasn't that difficult to transform, which is good, because if you watched any of my videos in the past, first of all, thank you, but I suck at transforming. So I've mentioned this before. I've gone to EM Go 316 for tips. I've also went to Toys R Us, that's RUSS at the end, for help, and I'm probably gonna do it again just because I don't like struggling to transform, and it's just gonna make a bad video. So as you can see, pretty cool as far as the box and all that, but without further ado, let's get this bad boy open. Alright, so let's tilt this down so you can see. Alright, so we got the instruction booklet here and the little insert. Don't need any of that. Alright, so you can see right out the box, you have the little Grapple, and you have his weapon, and then you have the nozzle section. So we'll remove that. Let me get my trusty little mini scissors here, so I can cut that out. And then cut that out, and then 4 on him. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that was painless, right? All right, so first let's start with accessories. So you have the Grapple here. Nothing crazy, but cool. Got some design to it. That's nice. You got the little nozzle here. Again, cool. Nothing crazy. Let's actually get a little better zoom. There you go. Now I do like how it has that like metallic look to it. I'll give him that. That's sweet. Like that it looks like metallic. Let me show the Grapple on a little better close-up. So I've just learned now, after doing reviews, to give more props when you can see design, especially on smaller items, just because to me it shows that you actually care, because it's an important part of the character to have that, so that's cool. And then of course you have the gun. So standard, kind of standard gun there, but still cool. And I like the black matching with the green. Alright, so let's do the figure itself. So as I said, this basically is just a recolor of Grapple, so I'm not expecting anything new, but I also just like the fact that, it looks like Constructicon colors, and I love construction vehicles. I have kind of like my Rushmore of Transformer types, and it's like, the blasters and the sound waves and Insecticons, Dinobots, and then like any type of construction or like I guess professional vehicles. So this is really cool. So I just like it because it looks industrial. It has actually okay roll. Actually, that's not true. The other one actually rolled better, but not that good. But as I said, for me, I'm not playing per se, but I like to talk about the design, and I think it looks really cool. So let's get in close. I've been trying to work on my camera work to get better so you guys can see. So, let me know if you guys like that. So of course, it's plastic wheels, all that. But again, when I look at it, I'm just like, I like the way it matches. I love that green color. I love I'm used to that for like caution. So I love that. Just the way it's built in, like it looks, like industrial. But at the same time, there is like aspects of it that looks like a little futuristic. Again, I really give the points for using like that chrome looking paint to make it look like metal, even though it's not. You see the back. The back is not really much of anything to look at. Other side, it's pretty much the same. The front's cool. Autobot symbol is nice. I like the glass, how it has that blue tint. You guys can see a little bit more if I tilt it, that it has that blue tint to it. So really nice. Underneath, now this is one of the things that I'm kind of learning to talk about, because as I said, I'm not an expert. I don't pretend to be. In fact, I always look and say, hey, if you got information that you can help me out with, I love comments and talk to people because I'm learning. I've only been actually collecting probably a year. So one of the things I did learn about is like, what does it look like underneath? Does it look like a truck, or do you look underneath and you're like, yeah, that's definitely a robot? I have to say that I like that for this one, you look under it, it looks like a truck. I mean, yeah, I can see, because I know what it is, the outlines of where it would start to be a robot, but it's not like you look underneath it and it's clearly a robot, so that's one of those little things that I just realized looking at some of these lines. That's just something that I take notice of. So very sweet. So overall, I have to say that I'm happy with how it looks in this mode. I think it just looks sweet overall. As I said, I love the color, especially the design, even though it's just a recolor of Grapple. But having both, especially for that price point, is really sweet. So let me say that also with these, like, you can mount it on these little pegs here. So I mean, obviously that kind of give things away if you put the gun on there. Also, the nozzle goes here. Oops. Oh my god, I was too rough with it. So you can see you have that there for the nozzle, or you can also put the grapple there. So you zoom out so you can see that. So you can do it either way, the nozzle or the grapple on that. So that's pretty sweet. So again, very cool. Now let's take a look at it in its robot mode with some move magic. Alright, so here he is in his robot mode. And as I said, this is basically just a recolor of Grapple. In fact, I just went to EMGO 316 and just rewatched the transformation for Grapple. and of course it was able to work. So I mean, if you've seen that video, then you're just going to see a lot of the same thing, but I'm just going to quickly go through it. So you got a little ankle rocker, even though this is part of the transformation, but you can move that around a little bit to play with, so that's cool. Again, I like the way it looks when it transforms. It looks sweet. Then you got a bending at the knee, so you can go pretty far on that bend, like about here, so that's good. And then you can also rotate at the hip, so that's sweet. And then you can do really like that side kick and do the Jean-Claude Van Damme. Shout out to Captain Kyle for that. And then of course you can kick forward, kick back, good range of motion in there. And then with the waist you can do full turn, which is nice. And then the hands just fold in and out. Basically when you fold in the hands, which is kind of hard, you get that hole there. And that's so that if you want to go instead of fist, you can go, oops, I didn't do it all the way down, that's why it did that. You can do grapple like that. So it's like you could be firing over here and firing that grapple out there. So that's pretty cool. As far as articulation continues, you can turn, you can bend at the elbow. That's about the range. And then the arms, you can swing out. And then you can also rotate it around here. And then the head is locked in, so you can't really do anything with that. So that's how it is as far as our articulation. As you can see, you can hold the weapon like that. Or, like I said, both of the hands, you can switch it around. So if you want to go double accessories, then you just fold this in. And then now you have the hole so that you could put in the nozzle. And now you're just going, oops, he's popped out. So you're just going with this kind of move. So that looks sweet. So let's put him on the turntable real quick. Get a good look at him. So as I said, this is just a recolor. So it wasn't like I was expecting something new and unique. It was just more of a question of like, oh, okay, let's see what this looks like. How does it play? With the new color, do I like it? That's it. So if anyone has the same version of this in Grapple, then this is exactly the same thing with different color. That's why for me, I'm not at the point where I'm just buying a whole bunch of copies of something. The only exception would be like my top Transformers, Blaster, Soundwave. Yeah, I'd buy multiple colors of that. But in this case, I got it because I got it at Ross for $8.99. So it looks sweet. I love the detail on the face. And as I said, going back to just how it looks transformed, had to waste a little turn. I think it looks nice. The back, it's not too bad as far as kibble. Obviously with that crane, it has to go somewhere, So I don't look at that bad. I think the way it bends down like that, it actually works. And it makes him look kind of badass. So I think it's pretty sweet. Everything else, the side profile is nice. I really like the way the feet are. It's like really sturdy for standing. It's nothing that you ever really have to worry about it falling over. It's like one of the easier Transformers that I have. So as I said, let's bring in Holler again. And I just gotta say, as I said, there's no real oh, this is different. Basically, the major differences come with the coloring and the face. So you see there, it's like with they're both Autobots. That's another thing that's interesting. It's like at first, I didn't know Road Hauler, I didn't know that character, so I thought it was maybe a shattered glass thing or something. But no. But you can see the differences in the face, and I kind of like that mixture. For instance, you have the black accent here, where here you don't have that. But then it's see the legs, you still see for instance that here it's that's silver all the way. Here they painted the tip black. Me personally, I like those extra accents. Now obviously the yellow would look a little bit different here. I do think that having it the same kind of orange kind of takes away from it, but not seriously. This is just nitpicking for nitpicking. But look at the detail in the fists. Well, I guess it'd be the arms. You see that there's more detail in that as well. There's more to it. Leg is about the same thing on the back, but you see here it's you have more design with the grooves, where back here it's a little bit more flat. There's just design obviously in both. And then the arms, as I said, pretty much the same design on the arms. Same thing with the front grille. You still have the blue on it as far as the headlights and the windshield. And then of course, like I said, the main difference is the face. So I'm happy. I'm happy just because it's a good color. I love having these type of colors. I love these type of construction type vehicles. So I'm really happy with this, especially at that $8.99 price point. Now, I picked this up during Christmas season of 2023 at Ross. I've been back to Ross since then in early 2024, and I haven't seen any Transformers like him. The only Transformers I see there now are the tiny legacy ones, like Cheetor, Nightbird. I see there still. I think what's the Scorpion or Claw one, and then the Bee one. Like I forgot those guys. I don't really know that Transformer line that well, but I haven't seen this guy, so that's one of those things about those specials that I'm going to be keeping up. Like Ross is just going to be one of those places I go to once a week and just see if they got something new, because as the percent off collector, this is right up my alley to get stuff like that. So again, if you like these type of videos, I have at least 2 to 3 videos coming out every week, action figures, Transformers, and more. So please consider giving me a like and a sub and all that good stuff that helps out with the algorithm. And of course, please consider leaving a comment, because I like talking to people and I will respond to everyone as long as you're nice and cool. Oh, by the way, so I also love the fact that you can mount this somewhere, like maybe back here. There's multiple places that you could store the gun. Basically anywhere you see one of these hexagon holes, you can store the gun there. So that's a nice little touch. And of course, it's swappable with grapple. So anything grapple can hold. Honestly, a lot of the Transformers toys, especially from the Legacy line, anything that has these little pegs will fit in other Transformers. So you can really end up decking out your guy if you want. So that's a pretty cool aspect of this line as well. But once again, thanks for watching this and geeking out with me. But until next time, remember my motto: no discount, no deal. Catch you next time.